Hey, sweetie. Good afternoon again. So, I had gotten some updates about the dental procedure, and the dentist did confirm that the blackout was not related to anything with the equipment that they were using or the medication, but also we've done some verification that this wasn't a seizure or a stroke. However, it could have been a anxiety attack, a panic attack, and just some other things that we want to look out for. Do you ever have a history of any anxiety or mental health issues, things like that? Okay, it's nothing to be ashamed of. Just like our body, we have to take care of our mental health the way that we do with our physical body too. Okay. Well, as procedure, we want to make sure that you're physically in good health, and if this was prompted by something due to excessive blood pressure or something, a toxicity in your body, things like that, we're going to do some more testing and rule those out. Yeah. So we'll be doing some neurological and some cardiovascular testing. Okay. Alright, so for the cardiovascular, I am going to do a couple different things. I'm going to put a heart monitor on you. We're going to do an EKG scan, but we're also going to put a heart monitor. And that way, if there's any abnormalities, if you have any kind of abnormal rhythm to your heart, or if you have extremely high blood pressure, what happens in those events, and just take it one step at a time, make sure that you're in good physical condition. Alright. So the first thing, I'm going to take your blood pressure. Do you know if you've ever had a history of high blood pressure? Any family members? Okay. Do you have a preference for which arm? Okay. Just pull up on your sleeve here. Is that too tight? Okay. Try your best just to relax your arm as much as possible, okay? Just relax. Yeah, sometimes it takes a while. Okay, not bad. Sorry about that. I'm just going to feel your pulse, a couple different areas. Your pulse can be felt a lot of times in your neck, your wrists, the inside of your elbows, and your feet, along with a couple of other places. So, just going to feel on the side here. Checking on the insides of your elbows. Can you hold up your wrist for me? Thank you. Yeah, what I'm feeling for is whether or not one has a little bit more pressure to it. Because if you have a blockage anywhere in your body, sometimes you can actually feel that the pulse will be weaker in one side. Okay, I'm going to back up here. I'm going to just feel your ankles here real quick, okay? your glands here, all along your neck, and also into your cheek area. Have you been having a sore throat in the last couple of days? Yeah. This hurts. Okay. Now, I'm not really one that can make the decision, but if you were to have had an allergic reaction or something very negative, like a neurological reaction to the Novocaine or the instruments that they were using, yeah, you're going to notice a little bit of tenderness and soreness in this area. Yeah, and you definitely do have quite a bit of swelling in this area right here. Okay. I'm just going to place my hands on various parts of your chest here, and I'm feeling for elevated temperatures, anything like that, okay? Okay, just backside of the hand here. Just feel your forehead. You do seem elevated. Do you mind opening up your mouth? Put this under your tongue. Just gonna leave it there for a couple seconds. I'm gonna reach around to feel the back of your neck and to see if there's any kind of elevated heat, perspiration, things like that. Have you noticed any kind of abnormal or elevated amounts of sweating while you're sleeping? Is that normal for you? Okay, open up. Yeah, you do have a slightly elevated temperature. And I'm going to get permission to give you maybe some aspirin or acetaminophen or whatever medication that they're going to recommend to help bring that fever down just a little bit. But the fever is usually a reaction to something else, an outside stimulus, or something that's internal, a reaction to something. So that's why we're doing a lot of these tests. Okay. Take a listen to your lungs and your heart, and also your pulse in various places. I'm going to pull the clothing down just a little bit here so I can get good access to your chest, okay? Okay. Okay. I want you to breathe in for me, okay? Hold it. Okay, go ahead and exhale. Good, good, good. Okay. You can breathe normally for now. Okay. Pull the gown down just a little bit here. Okay. Inhale. Hold. Okay, go ahead and breathe normally. Okay. Have you lift up your left arm here, and I'm just going to be listening at various points. And you can just breathe normally here. If you want to breathe heavily, that's fine. Move these down a little bit. I'm going to take a listen to your bowels. Just lift your gown to the side here so that I can get to the side of your stomach. Yeah, this is nothing to be embarrassed about. Have you been eating regularly? A bit more difficult? Loss of appetite? Okay. How about using the restroom? Have you at least been passing gas? Okay. That's good. Nothing to be ashamed of. Nurses, they talk. It's an accomplishment when they pass gas. True story. Okay. I'm gonna reach around to the back side of your lungs. Okay. So if I get a little bit close to here, do you mind just rolling a little bit? Okay. Just breathe normally. Okay. I do the same from the other side. Okay, roll to the other side a little bit. I'm going to pass on to the doctor. They do sound like you have a little bit of congestion. Your heart rhythm does seem normal, but we're looking for cardiovascular issues. So I'm going to put the EKG monitor on you, and that way if there is any abnormalities or anything that happens when you're asleep, before and after medication, this monitor will be a long-term monitor and released for the next couple of days so that we can see whether or not that's even a factor. Okay. Alright. There's going to be a couple of different spots, and we're going to put these. The monitors are going to go on your chest here, here, your arms, 2 on your back, and then 2 on your ankles, okay? Alright. So for some of these, we have to make sure they're really sticky. If you have any areas where there's an abundance of hair, I might just take a moment to shave those so that when you peel them off, they don't really hurt you, okay? Okay. Yeah, that sounds kind of silly, but be surprised even if you have just a little bit of peach fuzz in these areas, it can be kind of painful. So I'm going to use astringent, that's a degreaser here. I'm going to start with your clavicle area. Get nice and studsy here. I'm going to take just a little razor blade here. I'm going to need you to sit still for me, okay? This will allow us to get a nice clean surface, okay? Mind if I check your arms here real quick? I might do the same. There may be some good spots. They'll easily attach and easily remove. It's kind of nice to have a really nice clean spot too. Okay. Now here's the sticky bit. The most important ones are going to be on your left side, and these are going to be right over your heart. Make them so sticky. It's a good thing and a bad thing. So here goes the first one. Be careful not to get myself stuck to it. Now on your right side. I'm going to take a quick listen to make sure I'm placing this one in the right place. Do you mind lifting up your arm for me a little bit? Left side. I just want to make sure I'm placing this near the correct chamber. It's right there. Okay. My goodness, these are sticky. Just rip here. Okay. So we got the first three on. Looks like that one's going to stay in place. This one right here, does it feel like it's moving around at all? Like if you stretch your shoulder back, does it pull on the skin? We can adjust them. Yeah. How about this one over here? Turn it around. Good. Alright. Now onto your back. Yeah, this is just going to go kind of on the back side so we can Monitor the heart rate from both sides, all the chambers. Does this feel too sticky? Can you move? Okay, not bad. Just gonna get to one here on your forearm. Can have a whole mess of wires connected to you. It'll only be for a day though. Here's the forearm. Okay. And the last two are going to be near your ankles, so I'm going to back up here. This was sticky. Starting here with your left leg. Just feeling for your pulse. Put it on the inside of your ankle. Last one. Get on your right ankle. There we go. Yeah, I can feel your pulse on the inside, right here. Wonderful. Alright, so all these wires now hooked up to you. You should be able to hear the heartbeat and the EKG. It does give you the audible, but more importantly, we're going to be documenting it on the computer so that we can watch your internal behavior. Okay. I'm going to place the monitor on your finger, and this is going to monitor your oxygen levels. And at any given time, we are normally between 92 and 100% oxygen. So if you need a supplement of oxygen, we'll be able to measure that as well, okay? Okay, what finger do you think would be most comfortable? It doesn't matter which one. Yeah, it's just going to stay on. It just pinches a little bit, but if it gets uncomfortable, you can just switch fingers, okay? Alright. I'm going to get a new pair of gloves for the second part of this, okay? One thing that the doctor was concerned about were the inflammation that you were having at the puncture sites where the Novocaine was administered. So what I would like to do is I'd like to take a really quick look inside your mouth to see how they are progressing, if they're getting worse, if they look like they might be building up an infection. Okay, get my new gloves here. Do you mind opening up your mouth, sticking your tongue out? Yeah, they do look really nice and tender. say for sure, but it does look like it's more than just irritation. It looks like it might be an infection. I'll put in a request for some antibiotics. I'm sure that they're going to want to give it to you just as a preliminary to make sure that if it is an infection, that it gets taken care of relatively soon. But what I can do in the meantime is I can apply a topical anesthetic. It's basically like Oragel. It'll at least take the pain away. Okay. Yeah, and I can give you an anti-inflammatory. Alright. I want you to open up your mouth here. I'm just going to tap this on really gently, okay? Might sting just a little bit. I'm sorry. Yeah, I wish it didn't hurt. Your teeth are still bothering you too. Okay. Top. I think I'm going to take my fingertip and I'm just going to push it in and glide it along, okay? Try not to cause you to gag or have any kind of effect. Very sorry if this hurts. Yeah, it kicks in really quickly. It just stinks that you gotta do this. I wonder if the utensils that they had used might have been compromised or might have been a material that you're not really crazy about. Yeah, I know that nickel, I should be using surgical steel, but I know that nickel can sometimes have that effect with skin. Okay, we're gonna do this again. On your other side here. Just gonna pull on your cheek a little bit. Use my fingertip. Yeah, no, that doesn't feel very good. Alright, so I'm going to put in a note for the doctor to see whether or not they can give you any more medication to ease the pain on that. Also, they're very likely going to start you on antibiotics. I can't make that decision, but I'll put in a recommendation for it, okay? I can give you some painkillers, at least some over-the-counter type of painkillers like acetaminophen or Tylenol, ibuprofen. Okay. Yeah, we're allowed to give those. Okay. There you go. I'll get you a bottle of water, okay? I'll also leave it here with you so you can go ahead and take as much of that as you'd like. Okay. Good. Okay. I'm gonna leave it right here for you though. Is there anything else that I can get you or do for you that would make you more comfortable? You've been here for a couple of days and there doesn't seem to be any real answers just yet. Okay. I'll see whether or not I can get more information from the dentist about what happened and see if there's any similar cases that they may have had in the past to give us a little bit more to go on, okay? Alright. I mean, I haven't seen any, but that doesn't mean that it didn't exist. been a while since you've had a normal shower. Well, I can give you a general cleaning, kind of like a sponge bath. Yeah, I'm not allowed to move yet, but at the very least I can make you feel a little bit more hygienic. Sure, of course. Do they give you any toothpaste or toothbrush, anything like that that I can also get you? Probably with the irritation going on here, I don't blame you. Okay. Alright. I'm going to start by combing your hair a little bit. Do you have a certain way that you like to part it? Yeah, sometimes I think it'd just be worth it to shave all the point off. Start a new fashion trend. For once in my life, I'll be trendy. Oh my. It's lukewarm water, but this should. Let's just start with the face. I know it feels really, really good, especially if it's been a hard night, hard day. I absolutely love to just wash my face. It feels so good. Just use a little more soap directly on the sponge. Just kind of clean the underside of your chin here and your neck. Yeah, the heartbeat monitor is actually soothing sometimes, isn't it? I'm gonna reach around and go for the back of your neck here, okay? Same on the side. Do you want to lift up your arms a little bit? Look at the underside of your arms. I promise I won't tickle you. Okay. Over your chest. Other side. feel a little better? I know this isn't as good as just a full out shampoo, but it's better than nothing. Just gonna rinse this off and drain it entirely. And wipe away any of the excess soap, okay? Close your eyes for me. Close your eyes. Okay. Just gonna comb your hair back into one direction, okay? I'm gonna leave you your water. Is there anything I can bring you to eat? Anything that I can adjust to make you feel more comfortable? A blanket? Okay. Let me just grab one real quick. Let's see if I can get this tucked in nicely. So nice. Feel a little bit dry. Would you like me to put some moisturizer or anything like that on your skin? Yeah, I'm the same way. And I saw that you had no topical allergens. So is there anything like tree nuts, anything like that? I might just use some very generic shea butter lotion. Yeah, I think it's, for me anyways, it's better than something that's petroleum based. It's just cocoa and shea butter. It actually smells really, really nice. Okay. You just go ahead and rest as much as you can. I'm going to pass on some information to the doctor and hopefully get a little bit more feedback from the dentist. With their permission, I might be able to get you on some more pain medication to alleviate some of the discomfort from the puncture wounds and also figure out what's going on with the dental work. Maybe get you back into the dentist office. Maybe not that dentist office, but another dental office, and see whether or not they can finish up the work that was started, okay? I don't like the dentist either. My dentist is very, very nice, but I absolutely hate seeing him. Is that better? A little bit need me. I hope that you can relax. But if you do need any kind of assistance or anything that would help comfort you, just ring the bell and I'll be right back, okay? Alright. See you later, sweetie.